Hey guys, what's up? So I just got back from the gym and wanted to talk to you guys about something that's kind of been on my mind recently and lately, and that is in regards to working out. What I want you to think about is not just going through the motion and saying, oh, I did it. Meaning we all have different areas that sometimes get really sore, and sometimes it feels like we can't get them sore. We just don't feel like we're working it out, even though we get tired and we can't do any more, reps or sets or anything. But for whatever reason, you're just like, gosh, I just don't feel the burn. I don't feel it, tired or sore in a day or two. And we all have some of those areas. One example for me, for example, is my biceps. I want to, build my biceps bigger and stronger, and I try and do different things, but I never feel that they get tired necessarily the next day, or a couple days later they don't really get sore. But what I'm always trying to focus on, and one thing that I have to stop myself and think about, is the actual way that I'm doing a workout or a specific routine. So if you just go in and say, okay, I'm going to go in and I'm going to do 10 curls with my biceps. Well, depending on if you're swinging the weight, or if you're moving your arm forward more, or doing it, you could be utilizing other muscles to help move the weight. And that's just, for example, it could be with any part of your body. So you might be compensating something else. So if you're not feeling a burn in that specific area, or you're not getting tired in that specific area, then go back to the basics and think of how are you going to isolate that one specifically more. And it gets difficult a lot of times for all of us, because we sometimes, you get tired and you kind of slack, or you kind of are just trying to get to a certain weight, or you're trying to get to a certain, rep or something like that. And you almost need to backtrack and say, am I doing the proper form? Am I making this muscle worn out and tired out to be able to build and stuff like that? Just keep that in mind. And if you feel that something's not necessarily improving, or getting stronger or something, step back and take a look at it and think about your form, and think about trying to really isolate back to that muscle, and not kind of using other muscles to kind of help you go forward. Because just because you can put a little bit bigger weight, or just because you could do a couple more reps or something, doesn't necessarily mean that it's helping you out in the long run if you're not working that specific muscle that you're trying to achieve to be stronger, or more endurance or something like that. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully that makes sense. And if you guys have any questions, put them in the box below. We'll see if we can check it out and kind of dive into it a little bit further. If you guys have good tips or tricks or ideas or whatever, also put them in the box below. It'll help out others. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys are having a great day, and I will talk with you later. Okay, bye.